The forthcoming fortnight of ECQ may be a bitter pill to swallow for the marginalized and destitute in the covered areas. PTV senior correspondent Kenneth Paciente on a stepped-up 24/7 vaccination and the cachet distribution to the poor and indigents that will be the sugar and sweetener to help the medicine go down in this report.
The reimposition of the enhanced community quarantine is set to be implemented from August 6 to 20 in the NCR, among other places, and the economic sector sees this as a bitter pill to swallow. In fact, the National Economic Development Authority disclosed earlier that the country's economy will lose more than 200 billion pesos during the two-week lockdown. But Presidential Advisor for Entrepreneurship Joey Concepcion says this is the only way to avoid the worsening of the situation brought about by the COVID-19 Delta variant. This is also seen as a way to protect this year's fourth quarter when the country's economic activities are at its peak because of the holiday season.
We had hoped that the approach here would be on a granular level, but as you all know, the Delta variant is much more transmissible, and it is now hitting our cities in the Visayas and Mindanao.
Cabinet Secretary Carlo Nograles asserts that during the ECQ, authorities will boost the vaccination rollout. He adds that the 4 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines for the NCR have already been secured and will be administered during the ECQ.
Naintindihan po natin yung agam-agam at pag-aalala ng ating mga ngailangan ng tulong at umaasa sa kahit papaano ay pangdugtong sa panahon ng ECQ. Kaya inaayos na po natin para sa maayos, mabilis at ligtas na distribution o pamamahagi yung ayuda para sa mga vulnerable sectors.
On the other hand, MMDA Chairperson Benher Abalos assures that doubling the number of doses of COVID-19 vaccines being administered in a day is doable. But the official pleaded,
but at this one time, it will be 250,000 jobs per day. It is a tall order for the mayors of Metro Manila, but we resolved to really do this. That's why we are calling for additional sites because of the stormy weather and probably personnel. But we're going to achieve this.
Meanwhile, DILG Secretary Eduardo Año pointed out that they will strictly implement border control to limit the movement of people, especially since the Delta variant has a high transmission rate that can infect 6 to 8 people in just a single interaction. Kenneth Paciente for The Nation.